All right, let's recover from the Ravensburgen disaster, which sounds like the Hindenburg. Our next pick is pick number 80 in the third round. So the big question is, who is going to be available for goalies around pick number 80? We're going to have to trade up again if we want one of the four that are left. Shit. Okay. I mean, it does make sense to take one of these two. They're both left wings. It's got to be Appleby. Got to be the Frenchman Corbin Appleby. It's got to be. And hopefully Andrianov is someone I do not regret taking. I very much regret not taking Ravensburgen, though. So, that's scary. But let's go for Corbin Appleby with this pick. 77 overall, medium top 6 out of the gates. Said he was NHL ready, but he is listed as a minor league scoring forward, but that is still a hell of a player for late second round. I do want to see how good Andrianov was. High 6, medium 6 Lundberg, so Appleby was a bit better. Medium elite for Andrianov at a 65 overall. Bernaski was a 77, medium 6 grinder. Okay. Still some good players to take. In terms of the goaltenders, in the interest of using somebody different, I am looking at the Neuenschwander. Normally I like taking player pictures, but let's go with somebody different here. Honestly, we could just trade up with Tampa. It's not that big of a deal. That done. Third rounder. If I had a 7th, is that enough? There it is. Okay. So Columbus takes Kindle, perhaps. Which will leave us the ability to draft a goalie. I'm not saying he's the best of the bunch. I honestly don't know. But I'm going to take somebody different. Let's go for Elijah Neuenschwander. 64 high starter. That's not too bad. That's not too bad. Plus, it gives me a chance to test out high starter, which you rarely see unless it's assigned. So our next pick is in round number 4. But to go back to round 3, let's take a look here. Bonkovic, high starter, 65. Big high starter. Okay, so yeah. It was definitely worth taking Ravensburgen if we wanted the best of the bunch, or Andrianov, but you know what? We memed a little bit. We're still in a very, very good spot. But yeah, there's some good goalies to get in this draft. That's at least as it's assigned right now. Hey, we can get Henry. Okay. It's just all about brotherly love on the Calgary Flames. We got Hunter. Let's take Henry. That worked out really well. Cool. 60 overall, medium 6. I mean, he's not particularly great. It's better than who Florida just drafted. So on one hand, like, are some players obviously a little bit overrated? Yeah, I don't disagree with the idea of letting people have fun with certain players at the beginning of the year. And then, adjusting once further, like, scouting reports come out and stuff like that. I don't totally disagree with that. Plus, too, I mean, it makes it so that at least real people are kind of dominating the league instead of generated dudes. Well, we could go for Cole Temple, Travis Hayes. There is Dylan available. When's our next pick after this? Do we even have one? This is our last pick. Okay, so we'll take Dylan here then. Let's do it. Let's go for another
I'm just
Swissman.
trying to walk through
Shout
this
out to
fucking
Bedsy
grass.
for the follow. We're going to take Jeff Dillon. And we're pretty much hoping for trade value. Then again, he's a low elite. Yeah, he might develop. Fuck it. 51 overall low elite. Yeah. Maybe there'll be some trade value there. Maybe not. It's a good long shot, but that was a pretty good draft for us. Even with me making some choices that did not age particularly well. But again, we were able to work out the deal with Ottawa to get James Hagen's first overall, and that is a massive game changer for us to get the future #1 center that this team really needs, with all due respect to Connor Zary. So in terms of re-signing, goalie-wise, we got a couple of players to worry about here. Valtteri, we know he can go with that low backup potential. And this will be where it's like, okay, what has the AI done? Neuenschwander and Zarubin can both be signed to play in the AHL next year. We discovered previously that kind of leaving players just to develop is a bit iffy. We do have... I mean, Sergeyev's not that bad. Yegorov also, in terms of potential and age. I am going to let these two go just because I need maneuverability. Defensively, we'll qualify Kevin Ball. He was great for us last year. Jan Ruda can go. Nikita Hatyuk, we can bring him back for a year. Or to his ELC, apparently. And sure, whatever. That works too. Maybe that's why it's freaking out, because it's reading in his ELCs. We'll drop Joel Hanley. We'll drop Braden Pashal. Jared Tenorti. We'll keep Jan Kuznetsov for now. We'll keep Jeremy Poirier for now, although it's starting to be a bit of a long shot if he'll develop. Muse is still going to be in junior. Aspero can go. Boltman, you can go too. And the other Brustowitz, there's nothing we can do there. Right wing side. Coronado, qualifying offer for sure. Walker Door, gonna let you go. Matthew Olivier. Etu Tulola. Klapka. Martin Firk. All you guys can go. And we'll sign Dylan for the AHL. Left wing side. Connor Zary needs that qualifying offer. Armia is out. Appleby will be signed immediately. Playing the AHL. Pelletier will qualify. Dryden Hunt can go. Justin Kirkland can go. We'll sign Ed Arseniev. That's fine. Give him his ELC. Battaglia. Is it junior still? Yeah. Comantis is terrible. And then for the centers. Got to sign James Hagens, whether for the NHL or the AHL. Sean Corrali can go. Kerens we can look to keep. Luke Kunin can go. Kevin Rooney can go. Lipinski is okay. Mark Bishop, you're out. We'll keep Hoskin around. Luke Meese is still going to be in junior. And then the Grivas. Gustavs. And early hards. Okay. Pretty straightforward. So then back to some of the qualifying offers. Kevin Ball. 1 year left to maintain RFA status would be nice. And then maybe we see if he gets offer sheeted. We can afford to overspend here. Got $33 million in cap space. So $1.7 million for the year. Kevin Ball is back. Kuznetsov. 3 years left of RFA status. Don't know if he'll take the deal. It doesn't look like it. So we'll just sign him here. That's fine. Take it on a year-by-year basis. Poirier. What do we got left for expiry status for Poirier? It's going to have to be the same thing. Yeah. 1 year at a time. That's if he ever develops. Which he might not. Hell of a song. I don't want to listen to it right now. Don't want to. I do want to listen to it. I do not know. That's another problem. Bouncing souls. Right wing side. Coronado. We got to keep. Right? Big part of our plans. 4-year bridge deal would be pretty nice. We can afford to overspend here a bit. 3 1/4. Let's see if he takes that. All right, we're going to have to wait for an answer from him. Connor Zary. 3-year bridge deal. With 2.5. So he'll take that. Pelletier. I don't know what the hell we're going to do for you, buddy. The man who had all the upward trajectory in the world and just can't figure it out. All right, and then centers. Rory Cairns. He'll take that 3-year deal. And Lipinski. Also going to make us wait. So Coronado is back. Zary is back. Pelletier. Cairns. Lipinski. Kotyuk. And we are good to go. Sweet. All right, so off-season development. Mr. Wolf. No pressure, buddy, but you are now the guy. I don't know how I feel about that damn Vladar trade after how good he was for us, but we need you here. We need you to be the number one. Devin Cooley. Have to work on your reflexes, I guess. I mean, you're probably going to be the AHL starter next year. Maybe he'll be good enough to be the backup. Mr. Zarubin. Really needs to work on a lot of things. Athleticism, definitely a part of that. Newen Schwander also really needs to work on that athletic category. Some damn agility and mobility, my man. All right. Defensively, Mackenzie Weegar. What the hell are you going to work on this year? I mean, he is very solid at most things. I don't know what to have Mackenzie Weegar work on. Maybe improving that shooting category because he does have Heat Seeker. Telling him to shoot the puck more because he has Heat Seeker. Big brain. Big brain. Shoot that puck more, buddy. Please and thank you. Rasmus Anderson. I cannot guarantee you're going to be here beyond this next season. God, you and Weegar are so similar. Might have to tell you to pass the puck more because you have tape to tape and you're good at passing the puck. Tough. That is tough. Pass the puck more, Rasmus, if you would. Jake Bean. I need you to figure out how to be a hockey player. I don't know what the hell to do for you. Skating, I guess, but like, man, he was so bad last year for a team that missed the playoffs by 1 point. Like a negative 32 is crazy. Kevin Ball. Defensive awareness would be big. skating would be big. I'm thinking... I mean, dude, he's 6'6", 230. You get that skating up there, but... I'm thinking defensive awareness, because if we don't do the goalie boost and we do the preseason defensive awareness, he'd end up with like a +5 by the start of next season. So let's go defensive awareness. And some extra discipline for ball wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. Hunter Brustowitz as an OFD. Honestly, I mean, his two-way game has developed really well. Damn. His two-way game has actually developed really, really well. Then again, Ball is a defensive defenseman. Is he every year? There are every year there are players that don't make rosters that you're a bit surprised by. So they probably should be on rosters compared to other people. Oh, what do we do with Brustowitz here? We could leave him as an OFD because we will have chemistry. Maybe we do skating then. Depends on what his adaptability is. It's not particularly great. Let's leave him as an OFD for now. I think he might have a future as more of a two-way. Looking pretty similar to like Mackenzie Weegar. But Mira Manoff. Have you work on your skating? I mean, you don't have an NHL shot. I'm pretty sure he's going to be an AHLer. But let's see. Nikita Okhotyuk. If you were to make the team, you're listed as a defensive defenseman, which is totally fair. Jesus, work on those skills, I guess. He is like pure defensive defenseman. Skill training. Oh, Dave, you got plenty of confessions to make. Too many of them. Too fucking many of them. All right. Jan Kuznetsov. Skating. Spam that A button. Work on skating. There you go. Solovyov. Defenseman. Yep. Work on skating. Work on yo skating. Grushnikov. Artem Grushnikov. Work on your skating. That is the vast majority of the AHLers. Pretty much every year. Work on your skating, because that's why you're in the AHL. Zane, I'm not going to have a meeting with. That's not available since he's in junior. Jeremy Poirier is an OFD, still totally fair. You need some offensive awareness. Definitely need some offensive awareness. You know, the thing is, too, we definitely need to utilize preseason development a little bit more. Definitely beneficial to have someone like Jeremy Poirier on the preseason roster, even if he's not going to be in the NHL, because he'll get that preseason boost, as opposed to some guys that don't necessarily need it. That is another way to utilize it that we haven't really done yet, especially like throughout the Blue Jackets run, that we should probably do a little bit more of. I think Swayman will fire his agent. He got paid. He's fine. He got paid. Oof. Yoni, you need to be a defenseman if you have any future here. Those offensive skills are brutal. So, adaptability for Mr. Yermo. Henry Muse, we won't be able to talk to. Etienne Morin, we won't be able to talk to. And the other Brustowitz we have not signed yet. Right wing side, Jonathan Huberdeau. Dude, I don't even know what to tell you to do. You were... Boy, howdy, were you mid last year. We could just do the puck skills. Yeah. If you're the Rangers, do you pay Shesterkin? So, Always a great way to age this for when it eventually comes out on YouTube. I'm probably going to upload these side by side with Columbus. Defense, he's always going to be shit. If I'm the Rangers, yeah, I pay Shesterkin. Like, there was the whole reported, like, turn down $11 million a year. Like, mathematically, it kind of makes sense because of the cap going up. I saw a post that was comparing, like, what Carey Price was making in terms of percentage of the cap, what Lundqvist back in the day was making percentage of the cap. Technically, he's worth a bit more. Yeah. The big thing is, like, okay, are they willing to pay it? I mean, dude, if you're going to pay any goaltender in the league right now, it is probably Igor Shesterkin. Probably. I think more than likely Jeremy Swayman taking less than 9 probably hurts his case. I imagine he and his agent were not too fucking happy about that. That hurts. That hurts your case, right? When Jeremy Swayman, one of the best young goalies. Now, obviously, Shesterkin will have the ability to say, hey, I'm worth more. And yeah, he is a UFA at the end of this year, is Shesterkin. So, I mean, he's 28. He's asking for more than double what he's currently making now. I can understand the Rangers' hesitation. But yeah, if I'm the Rangers, I pay him. I mean, like, the biggest issue with the Rangers right now is it's like, okay, you got Jacob Trouba making $8 million, but that was your bed that you now have to lie in. But they got money coming off the books. But I mean, $10 million on one position is always gonna be pricey. Pricey pond hockey. Igor Sharangovich. It's not adaptability, it's shoot more to actually get you to shoot more. It's adaptability. He gets the UFA sign. Well, oh yeah, I mean, he'll get what he wants on the open market. It's just, are the Rangers willing to budge? Blake Coleman. Have you work on your skating as we so often do for veterans? So he already turned down 11, I assume he wants 12. Potentially, and then it would make sense to meet in the middle, you know? It would make sense to meet in the middle. It's just whether or not they'll do that. Coronado. They had 21 goals last year. I still think playmaker might make more sense, but again, he wasn't willing to change previously. That shooting category really does need to improve. I think I'm willing to leave Coronado as a sniper for now, but there is really an argument that playmaker might be the better way to go. Since he scored over 20 goals, I'm not going to worry about the shoot more yet. Let's just have him outright try to improve his shooting. Popsicle, old Martin Pospisil. Power forward, you don't have the offensive touch. Like, we need you to be a grinder. Use that physicality, but in a different way. He has maxed adaptability. Oh, shit. I wasn't expecting that. End this conversation. I will text you in a moment. Defensive awareness to round it out. Yeah, let's do defensive awareness just to make him better, like, PK weapon. There we go. There you go, Mr. Popsicle. Gradine. Matvey Gradine. I won't be able to talk to you yet. Jeff Dillon. Sniper, sure. I mean, you need to work on everything, but if you're going to train up as a sniper, we are going to immediately, every year, spec and telling you to shoot that fucking puck more. I want you on like a 1, 2, or 3 by the time you make it to the NHL, if you ever do. Connor Zary. Playmaker is okay, but man, you could really argue two-way. It was kind of the same situation as Coronado. It might have to be adaptability. If it's not that, we'll put it into passing. Yeah, let's work on adaptability for Connor Zary. Ryan Lomberg. I mean, he's a grinder, which is fine. Defensive awareness. I can't believe his shot block. Well, then again, I can actually. Just 'cause someone hits doesn't mean they block shots. I've learned that over the years. Defensive awareness for Lomberg. Try to make him more of a weapon on the penalty kill. Get that discipline up there too. Peltier, you're running out of time, buddy. It's got to be defensive awareness. Like I said, he's probably the prime example of someone where previous years for me, it was, fuck it, give him a good potential. He keeps getting better every year. Try to let a team have fun with him. But yeah, he's really kind of hit the wall of trying to make the jump to pro. Corbin Appleby, 55th overall this year. Power forward. Leaning like right wing two-way. Off season, I need you to work on your adaptability, buddy. We got to mold you into a different style of player. Stromgren. Had 18 goals last year. Power forward. Again, though, I don't think that's going to translate at the NHL level. We need defensive awareness, but I also need adaptability. That he needs to work on a lot. Damn. Adaptability is maxed out. Yeah, he's going to work on a lot before he can be trusted at the NHL level. Suniev. Or Suniev. Two-way. Fair. Fair. Let's work on your skating. Get that to the next level. Spamming buttons. Thank you. Kiona, power forward. There's no way. Again, not the NHL level. Gotta be a grinder. His adaptability is good. Let's have him work on his skating. Skating it is. Fresh to Dev. Thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. How the heck are you? Basha. I can't talk to him yet. Parker Bell is already a grinder, which is good. Needs to work on his defense, needs to work on his skating, needs to work on that physical play. Ugh. Parker Bell's got a lot to work on before he ever makes it to the big time. And then for the centers this offseason, Nazem Kadri did develop quick draw. And what's that? Bounce back? I always forget. It is bounce back, yeah. Face-offs. Biggest thing for Nazem to just keep being a top-notch center. Work on those face-offs, buddy. That is what we need. Backlund in what could be your final season. It was really good for us last year. I think, again, face-offs. Normally, I'd say skating for somebody older. But his face-offs, I mean, he's kind of like our Sean Monahan this time. James Hagens. Playmakers totally fair. Face-offs. Especially at the NHL level, buddy. If you're going to take that step up, we need those face-offs to go up. That is your first big task. Sam Honzik. Power forward. Yeah, I mean, it fits. He could be turned into any player type, really. He needs to work on his face-offs. Needs to work on his face-offs first and foremost. But, yeah, I don't know if his future is going to be power forward. Just because he's 6'4" doesn't mean he should be a power forward. Rory Cairns. Playmaker, yeah. Yeah. Same thing for you, though, buddy. You got to work on those face-offs if you're going to be a center. Kadri to teach these guys how to win draws. Lipinski. Jaden Lipinski. Power forward. Again, I don't think at the big time level, he's going to be able to succeed. So adaptability, yeah. I need you to punch more faces and be more of a grinder, buddy. Hoskin, Trevor Hoskin, playmaker. Yeah. Have him work on face-offs too. And easy. And then the final two, the Grievas, Gustavs and Richards. So Gustavs is a two-way. Lot to work on. I mean, these two are literally identical, except for shot blocking. That's awesome. I feel like I should turn one into a playmaker and one into a sniper. Literally just try to make these guys the German Sedins. So let's go adaptability for Gustavs. And then Richards. We will go adaptability for you as well. We will have the German Sedins, damn it. It is Operation Win a Stanley Cup with those two. In terms of the coaching staff, we can let go of a lot of these other options. Again, we are going to just try to keep the best coaching staff we possibly can. So we are cleaning house. And then AHL, rid of all the shipbirds. All of whom were pretty much amateur scouts. I think that explains reports. Does adaptability make it easier to change player types? Yes. It makes it more likely that they'll accept, but it also doesn't guarantee it even if the bar is full. All right. Well, we're off to free agency then. We'll see if there's any other moves for us to make. We will handle coaching staff first. Let's see who's out there. Bunch of A's. Okay, we're going to be able to get rid of that B-. All right, Leidecker. Mike E.L. E-A-L. Oh, parents hate you. All right, Mr. Bradley, a family company. Old Milton Bradley. Just max this out. Well, Chad, if you ever wanted an AMA, this is your time, because it's going to take a minute, even though it scrolls faster. I can't make this interesting. I've tried. I've tried to figure out a way to make signing coaches interesting. All these years later, I still can't do it. So, help me help you. Rylan Crawford. I'm actually going to be intrigued to see if Linus Allmark's a free agent. Maybe Ottawa did let him go. Snag Linus Allmark? That wouldn't be too bad. Let's see. AHL head coach for Caden Brewer. And when owner mode's off, you can go over budget, no problem. The fast scroll. I guess this is the fast scroll. Bolts. Jeffrey Bolts. The Thunderbolts. And nearly maxed out. Thank you very much. And then there's a couple of B's. Was Crash Gentle Cackalack? He's the utmost gentleman. Have I seen the McMahon doc on Netflix? I have. General thoughts, decent documentary if you're not all that familiar with him, his history, wrestling history, WWE history. If you are a big nerd like I am and you already know a lot about it, you'll be able to kind of see some of the shit they didn't mention. Some of the bigger examples of them glazing him more than they should have. It was okay. Wasn't this big revelatory piece. Easy for me to say. So, yeah, they had some moments in the editing where he's like, "Oh, there was never guns used," and it's Pillman with the gun. Like that was funny. I'll give them that. Free agents. Aha. First and foremost, RFAs. Emil Vinny in goal. So the good thing is he's an RFA, so he'll probably stay where he's supposed to stay. So I'm not going to bother going after him this early. Evan Bouchard is again an RFA. I'm not doing that. Ryan Johnson, P.O. Joseph. Yeah, I think I'm good from the RFA perspective. Like Johnson wouldn't be the worst, but yeah, it's just not worth the picks. And then forwards, Morgan Frost, Barron, bunch of other younger guys. The UFA that's what I'm intrigued by. Igor Shesterkin and Frederick Anderson are both on the open market. Now, Igor is only looking for $8 million. He is not interested in us. We might have to try to make Igor interested in us. In terms of prospects, though, there are a few that have dropped that you wouldn't like to necessarily see on the open market. And again, that's just kind of the curse of... it's just kind of the curse of what franchise is right now. Leinonen, I mean, you could even kind of make an argument like he's 21 years old. Trey Augustine, though, is kind of rough. Robble. Hamzen and Gigorov. I mean, how many spots? Like, I'm going to have to be really selective with who I sign to then try to flip back to the teams that they belong on. Goalie-wise, we only have 2 spots, so... stick with Dustin over Igor anyway. Offensively, trade McNabb, Alec Martinez. No crazy changes as far as like big defensemen are concerned. Potential-wise, though, I don't know why Muse is there because it wouldn't let me sign him. So hopefully I don't lose Henry Muse for no reason because he's ours. All right, there we go. We've signed Henry Muse to his ELC. Aside from that, Adam Kleber, Bogdan Honyushkov. I see Aaron Kiviharu down there. Yeah, they really need to fix this fucking glitch. What about for the forwards? You know, Yurov is there. Okay, yeah, we will have to play it safe. But again, Mitch Marner is a UFA as well. Brock Besser. Lodgeru. We could bring back Kuzmenko, should we choose. But, okay, in terms of the big names I would want back on where they belong, Danila Yurov is definitely one of them. And he insta-accepted. If we just do skaters and goalie-wise, Leinonen. I think I'm worried more about Robble and Augustine. So let's see what we can do here. Trey Augustine accepts. Rabal accepts. Gonna immediately flip those guys back to where they belong. Defensively, Labor. Sign him up. On Yushkov. Don't have an answer from him yet. Ansarov. He signs. Igor Shireen in there. Nashville just didn't care about anybody. Boivea. Daniel Boo. And Ryder Ritchie. And then also dropped Battaglia from our list who is actually ours. So we'll sign him to his ELC. And then aside from that, it'd be a bunch of like high 9s, medium 9s. Same for defensemen, like high 6. Not that there are guys that I want to see on the list from there, but there is only so much that we can do. So let's get in trouble for moving players immediately after signing them. Let's see. So, Mr. Hrabal, I'm gonna move you back to Utah, buddy. You are going to Utah. Holy shit. Well, they drafted Daig. That's a problem. Who the hell are we taking? They drafted Andrianov as well. Jesus Christ, how many goalies do you need? I'll take Anson Thornton from you. Because I need to take a goalie back. So, there you go. I'm going to get in a lot of trouble for this, but that's okay. Trey Augustine. Send you to Detroit. Detroit. And we'll see how much trouble I can get in here. Yeah, same situation. 6 goalies already. I don't want to take Cam Talbot from them, but that might be the answer. Otherwise, it's Bednar or taking on Jack Campbell. So, I guess it's going to be Jan Bednar. Give them Augustine back. Like I said, I know I'm going to get in trouble for these trades, but hey, even if it's like, oh, people won't sign with you, like, yeah, whatever, it's a unique challenge. So, those are at least the goalies that we wanted to move back, because Zarubin was ours. Does mean I got to find a spot for Bednar and Thornton, though. Who doesn't have goalies? Because I don't need these guys. Who doesn't have goalies signed? Buffalo. If I sign Leinen, I'm going to have to send him over there, but whatever. Makes no sense that they wouldn't have signed Leinen in the first place. 7th round pick swap. 7th round pick swap. There you go. Enjoy your goalies. Defensively. Muse is ours. We got Kleber. Adam Kleber gotta go. He's also... Dude, Buffalo's a mess. Buffalo's a mess in terms of re-signing people. What the hell? Or just outright signing prospects. I give you a 6th rounder. Buffalo, I'm trying to help you. If I give you my 5th. Buffalo. Okay, well, Adam Kleber is going to be mine. I tried to be nice to Buffalo. They're being stupid. Pay the stupid tax, stupid. He's mine now. He's mine now. That's how it works. We have Danila Yurov that needs to go back to not Nashville, Minnesota. There we go. Let's see if they're going to be dumb. Please don't be as dumb as Buffalo. Please. Give us a nice little 7th round pick swap. Get your prospect back that you shouldn't have let go to free agency anyway. There you go. To get in trouble for this, but whatever, I'll deal with it. Kontsarov. Need to go to Chicago. Just having to add in the 7th round pick is a pain in the ass, but literally I just want to give these players away for free. Oh, guess it'll be a 6th round pick swap this time. Go Chicago. I'm going to have a morale crisis on this team because of this. Let's see, Ryder Ritchie. It's New York for Ryder Ritchie, isn't it? Oh, it's also Minnesota. God damn. He was just on Rangers previously. Hey, Minnesota, you were big fucking stupid then, weren't you? At least you might not be like Buffalo. At least be willing to take your damn player back. There we go. Yeah, I seriously might get the prompt where it's like, yeah, no free agents are going to want to sign with you because there's no security. Let's see. Daniel Boo. Going to Utah. Wee. All right, Mr. Boo, you are off to Utah. Home of the hockey club. There we go. We are going to have complications from this process. We are... nobody else to worry about there. And centers... The old Boivard. We're also going to... Oh, good. Another freaking Chicago example. So it's the same couple teams being like, yeah, no, we're done. We don't know what the hell we're doing. Good to know. Good to know. And this will be the 6th round pick swap again. There you go. God, we're going to get in so much trouble. So much trouble. Sermon needs to go to Nashville. I was thinking of earlier when we had Danil Yurov. All right, Schvill. Ash Vegas. Your player, and I think that was all the ones that we initially signed. As you can see, I'm definitely not going to do this for the high 9s or high 6s. Like, it's tedious enough. But for the super high-end guys, we'll go ahead and do that. And again, we'll see how much trouble I get in because of that. It could be a lot. Goalie is... I mean, medium starter... Medium starter's tough. Leinenen, I think we could send back to Buffalo. He hasn't accepted. Yegorov. Flip you back to New Jersey, and Gamzin. Flick you back over to the Islander. Okay. Go do that. So this is a thing that would happen too a lot when it comes to just EA rosters too. This would still happen. It's one of those things where I don't know if they're going to be able to fix it ever, if I'm being honest. All right. Let's go Islanders first for Gamzin. Round pick swap. Take back your goddamn goalie. New Jersey, please do not have 6 goalies signed. They don't, which means there was no reason for you not to keep your player in the fucking first place. Second round pick swap. Yegorov goes back to y'all. Okay. One more double check of free agents, and then we have to figure out how the hell we want to spend our own money here. Like, do we want to go for Shesterkin and overspend like hell? I don't know, because goalies, especially when we have Dustin Wolf. Defensively, I think we were fine with who we had. Again, there's some high 6s in there that we might go for. I'm going to let the AI kind of get first crack at them. And then for forward prospects, same thing, like those higher potentials, but there was really nobody crazy to worry about. The big name out there was Mitch Marner. And whether or not a Mitch Marner is worth going after, or a Brock Besser. Besser's looking for about $10 million a year, 35 goals, 48 assists. Marner, put up all the assists in the world, but you also have to think of who he was playing next to. We do not currently have an Austin Matthews. So is Marner worth that much money to us? Right now, teams interested, minimal. So we'll kind of keep an eye on it. And there's the warning about trading players away. Let's see, we'll get our coach acceptances. We'll get our scouts. Leinenen signed. I might get in trouble if I immediately flip Leinenen back to Buffalo, so I might wait. Yeah, the other guy rejected, so. Okay, what signings have gone down already? Armia to Toronto, Glendening, Nico Sturm. Hey, is Sturm back to Boston? Corey Perry with Tampa again. Lars Eller. Patch ready to Nashville. And Frederick to Winnipeg. I could see that happening. Kuzmenko went to Columbus. Brock Nelson to Vancouver. So they still have a Brock. And then there's all of our signings and keeping players and flipping players and all that fun stuff. So it definitely leaves us with some choices. Again, we're not going to go after the RFAs. I don't want to give up the picks. So, goalie prospects, I mean, outside of one high fringe that's left. Do I even have room then? If I signed Leinenen, I kind of need a better backup. If I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I mean, we technically have these goalies here. Zarubin and Neuenschwander are ours. Leinenen, I am probably going to flip back to Buffalo. I just got to wait so I don't get in trouble. So, yeah, if we want a backup goalie that's not Devin Cooley, that's where that last spot has to go. Defense, we're going to let a lot of the younger guys play. Try to develop. And then forward spots, honestly, it's pretty similar. It is pretty similar to just letting a lot of the younger guys play and still having some veterans under contract. So, Shesterkin would be nice. Although he was outplayed by Dan Vladar last year. I am starting to think, though. I do wonder. Importance of goaltenders. I also don't want to cut Dustin Wolf off at the knees here. Defensively, quite a few high sixes out there. Some of them I might move back. I mean, Sandberg's already 26, but Eliasson, sign him up. Yeah, I think some of these guys I might end up moving back to where they came from. Might. I think that's going to be the majority of our free agent experience in season 1 is just stopping the AI from being dumb and letting go of a bunch of their prospects, because really there aren't too many needs I'm looking to fill right now. I mean, like Mitch Marner and Shesterkin are the most interesting. I'd say especially Marner. Holy high potential guys. Jesus Christ. Bring these guys back, man. Erickson, Pedersen. Our role in the first off season is to fucking play janitor for the AI being very, very dumb, running around cleaning up their messes. God, yeah, I don't know, Mitch Marner. I think that's a money trap because, again, like, we don't have the Austin Matthews, obviously, where Marner's going to be able to put up 70 assists again. It's just not the right time to go after a Mitch Marner for where we are in our timeline. And again, he wants 11 mil. 18 goals, 70 assists. Like, who the hell is he going to put up the points with? We can't rely on him to be a top goal scorer on his own. Like, he would need somebody It's interesting, though. It is worth thinking about. Especially, too, like, it's not going to be Jonathan Huberdeau. It's like, would it be Coronado? If we can develop Coronado into that top-notch sniper, is it him? Maybe. We're interested in Besser. Besser's an option, too, but, I mean, he wasn't particularly insane either. Last year. Well, 35 goals is still pretty good. Besser's a fair shout, too, because maybe he could revive Jonathan Huberdeau's career. Maybe. He does want 7x10, though. That is a lot of money. Why not both? I mean, it is true we could go for the Marner-Besser combination. It is true. If it were to work. I mean, it'd be Marner, Besser, Kadri on the top line. That would be insane. That would be insane, wouldn't it?